up, Fairy Berries, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different. Well, usually my content, but another way. Bro, I'm so batty. Ah. That's been my new vocal stim. That and what's the other one? It's like, oh, my Big Chungus. Big Chungus and the Wicked riff thing has been my vocal stems for like the past few days. But anyways, so basically I'm gonna be talking about like friendships and having good friends, bad friends, decent friends, breadcrumb friends. I know a lot of people talk about like relationships and stuff like that, but I never really hear people talk about breadcrumbing in friendships, and that's like one of my biggest pet peeves when people do that. And like sometimes like when you're in a friendship and they breadcrumb you, you're kind of just like, okay, like whatever, like, oh, we don't really talk and stuff like that. Like there's a difference between like talking to your best friend, not for a few days, but like they still have the effort and like all that, and then someone like just occasionally every few months like popping in. Like there's a difference, right? And anyways, so I have had some interesting like friends throughout the years. The one thing that I will say is I really don't like it when people cannot communicate their feelings. I think that's the biggest thing as to why it ruins friendships, relationships, whatever. I think that's like one of the biggest things is people not communicating, or people just thinking like, oh, if I just cut them off, it'll solve all my problems. But it's not going to solve all your problems, because to be honest with you, they might not be the problem. No. But I just find it so funny. Like, okay, the other day I was talking to like one of my friends, and she found out that she got blocked, like out of the blue, totally out of the blue, by someone like we both know. And I was like, I busted out laughing. Like, I get it if maybe somebody did something to you and like you communicated about it, or you felt like there was no fixing the situation. Totally get that. Totally understood why you would feel the need to block them, or they were harassing you, whatever. But if it was literally for no reason whatsoever, come on. Like what? What is that? What? Okay, diva, you want your lip gloss? You want your tiara, bae? Like, what is that? I don't know. That just, cause like it's not you protecting yourself, or you moving on, or you growing. It's you being avoidant. It's you saying, oh, I can't handle dealing with other people, or oh, I can't handle facing the consequences of my actions, or fixing things, so instead I'm gonna run away from things. And I'm like, that is such a baby behavior. And you need to go heal. But I just find that like really immature. I do. I feel like a lot of people find that really immature. And it's just like it's sad, because it shows the type of person that they are, and just shows you the level of, I don't want to say friendship, but like the level at of who they are. I don't know if that made sense, but basically I just think that's not an appropriate way to deal with things. And I've noticed that most people who are avoidant tend to deal with not just relationships this way, but also like other important aspects of their lives. And it's just really like, what's the word? It's hard to watch, because I feel like, you're watching this person ruin things for themselves, and there's nothing you can do about it, and just vocalize your opinion, and that's kind of it. You can't really be like, no, you have to stay. No, you should stay. Like, there's nothing you can do. But anyways, back to the topic. Again, I totally get if like the friendship was sizzling out because of a bad reason, or you got into a fight or something like that, right? Something like that, right? But totally out of the blue is crazy. I will never ever respect someone that can just out of the blue. You do not have my respect whatsoever. You have my respect more if you can come to my face instead of doing it. Oh, I hate when people do shit over text. If you can come to my face or even call me, like whatever, and tell me to my face, you have my respect. Okay. But if you're doing it like through text message, or you're just instantly like out of the blue not saying anything and just acting weird, then I'm gonna be like like no, like no, like no, like I don't. And I know like a lot of girls that or people, sorry, why did I say girls? I have relationships on my mind, but I know a lot of people would be like really upset with something like that, like why did they stop talking to me, why did they do that? And I just, anytime like something like that happens, I just kind of go, like, it just shows me your character. It just shows me you as a person, and it also shows me how you handle conflict. And why would I want to be associated with someone that can't handle conflict when conflict does come up in their lives? Because it will again and again and again. You can't just avoid conflict. And so basically I'm talking to my friend, and she was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like I got blocked, and it's just so crazy because it was out of nowhere, and I'm concerned about them, and it's like, I personally don't know how to feel sometimes when it comes to certain friendships, because like, again, like I said, like if you're fighting or something like that, totally get it, but you can always come back and be like, friend, I'm sorry, your friend is like, okay, let me tell you another story. I'm gonna call her out. I love her though. Me and my friend Gia. Me and my friend Gia will fight for the stupidest things, and then we'll just make up like after. It's so funny. Like recently, I had her go to Dutch Bros for me, and so I told her, I was like, get me a Dutch Bros drink when you come over, please. And so she got it for me, and we started arguing. I don't really remember how it went, but we started arguing because what was it? Because she decided to get, now I look at it and I just laugh, but she decided to give the Dutch Bros guy or the person a tip, and it was like $3 tip, and she was like, oh, you owe me $10, $11, and I was like, why do I owe you $10? My drink was $7. And she was like, because I gave them a tip, and I said, why would I give you the money for the tip? That's your money that you're willing to give you away. I'm only giving you my money, which is the $7, to pay for the drink. And then we got like into a thing about it and blah blah blah, and then she was like, okay, well, I'm gonna drink like some portion of your drink. I don't remember how it went, but we got into like this big old thing, right? And so when I saw her, we got the drink, and then she was like, oh, I want half of it then, because I went to go pick it up and blah blah. So I was like, all right, like screw it, so whatever. So I did, I got like a cup, and I was like putting it in, and then I was so mad because right before we were filming a podcast for the channel, and I dropped the freaking drink on the floor, and I was so mad because I didn't even get to enjoy my $7 drink because I dropped it. And the only thing left was a few tiny blueberry bobas. And so I was like, okay, well, my chungus. So I just had that. But then after that, we're totally fine. We made our podcast. We were, she was here for a few hours or hang out. And it's just so funny. Like, friendships are so funny. Like, there's things like that it's not really a big deal. But then again, like, I get, like, if a friend hurt your feelings or betrayed your trust in any way. Same thing with, like, a relationship. If the friend clearly did something that crossed your boundaries, I get why you would want to not be friends with them or anything. But again, you do not have my respect At least in my opinion. You do not have my respect unless you're coming to my face and saying, hey, you did this and hurt my feelings. Either let's talk about it, or you know what, you crossed a boundary, and after that, I don't feel like I can be your friend anymore. Okay. I mean, like, of course, I'm gonna be like, oh, like, what did I do? Like, let's talk about it. If you don't want to talk about it, and you're just like, no, I made up my mind that, like, I don't, you cross my boundaries and this and this. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's gonna sting a little, but I'll understand. As long as you have the confidence to come up to me and look me in the eyes and say, you hurt my feelings, I don't want to be your friend anymore, that will give me much more respect for you. If you chicken out, or if you do it like in a way, like I said, it's via text, it's something, you could even send it by carrier pigeon, like Harry Potter. Send it through owl, and I'll respect you. And I'll respect you. But if you're full on just like, yeah, I'm not feeling this, or like, I don't want to be your friend anymore because you're my feelings, like, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, what is that? I don't know, just something I've been thinking about recently, because, like, my friend has been telling me that. But at the same time, you also have, like, really good friends, too, that, like, you will get into fights with. Like I said, like me and Gia. And, you know, like, we just end up making up and stuff like that. And, like, that's good. I think it's just about really finding, like, people, not people that can tolerate you, but people that know how to just know you, I guess. Let's put it that way. Not how to handle you, but people that know you, you know, and that you get along with. Again, it's the same thing about, like, relationships, but obviously not with the romantic feelings. But with friendships, I feel like it's the same kind of thing, is that you have to find people that you have similar values with, similar interests, that chemistry, whatever, not romantic, but that you get along with. And I think once you find those people, like those really good friends, you know, you should value them. I really do. I really think that. I will always, again, not respect people that have really good friends in their corner and then turn on them or turn them off, or just be like, oh, you're a good friend to me, but, like, I can't reciprocate the same to you, or don't even try, or whatever, because, like, that just, like, is so screwed. I'm like, you don't deserve that person at all. There's someone that I know, actually, I'm not gonna name names, but there's a friend that I know that is in this situation right now, and you don't know how mad it makes me, because this friend that I have is such a great friend. Like, this person would cross heaven and earth for anyone, anything, and I value them so much. I value all my friends, any relationships I have, so much, and, like, it's because I respect these people. They've proven themselves to me that I need to respect them, or not I need to respect them, or, like, they've proven to me that they deserve my respect. And I mean, I only will disrespect them if, you know, they do some crazy stuff, or, like I said, they do something like that. But I am friends with them because I respect them, because I value them, because of everything that they have done for me, for themselves, whatever the case may be. Okay, different angle because I had to charge my laptop. But you know, I really value and respect those people. And it's just so weird to me that someone can have such a great friend, a good friend, that is clearly in their corner, rooting for them, positive vibes, whatever the case may be, and then be like, you know what? You're associated with this person, or I don't like the way you did this or that. Like, if it's something completely stupid, then I'm like, are you serious? I get it, like, if they fought previously, or if there's, like, another underlying issue, but if it's just because, like, if it's because the person didn't do anything wrong, and they're either just, like, associated with someone that the other person doesn't like, or it's because like they might have done something minor and the other person just doesn't want to have a conversation about it, then I'm like, you're stupid. That's stupid. I find that really immature. Like, if you genuinely value the relationship and genuinely value the friendship, then you should be able to have conversations with these people. Um, and I think a lot of people today are not able to have emotional conversations or just in general conversations that fix issues. And that's, I feel, what ruins a lot of things today is because people don't know how to try, fix things, communicate. And it's just like, what is going on, guys? Hello? Is this on? Like, hello? Can we just act right? I don't know. It's so very rare to find people that um communicate. Or my pet peeve is people that say like, "Oh, I communicate," or "I'm emotionally mature," right? And then they say that, they stand on that, and then once it's time to be emotionally mature, they can't be emotionally mature. And I'm like, "How what happened? You said you were this. You're not saying what you're saying." I hate people that can't back up their word. Back up your word. But anyways, I just think good authentic friendships are really hard to come by, and you should appreciate the people that have come into your life, and you should appreciate the people that are showing up for you and value them. I think that you shouldn't just cut people off because of like dumb reasons. If it's something worth, oh my gosh, if it's something willing to communicate, then you should definitely communicate with them. If it's not, totally get it. But you should have the confidence. I was going to say something else. You should have the confidence to say, this is how I feel, this is what I'm doing, at least. If you don't, like, that's such a butt cheek move. Again, like, I get it, like, if you don't do that because of like they clearly really hurt you, like really badly. But if it's something minor, or again, like it's just because you don't like they did like one little thing or something like that, then it's like, okay, like you're being ridiculous. Like this can totally be fixed. Um, I got a text. But that's pretty much it. But I just wanted to say that and thank you. I know I've said but and like so many times in this video. I don't know if that's just me because I was talking to someone the other day about this and that I just did it right now. Like when you're trying to tell stories or when you're trying to like have serious conversations, people tend to say like what and but and like a lot. And and that's just so me, and I realize that. But yeah. Anyways, okay guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. I said again. I hope this was informative. I hope this inspired you a little bit, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.